Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the most magical show in the keyboard community. I'm your host, Merlin, and welcome to Porting with Ports. Tonight we'll be porting the Think 6.5, a keyboard from a collaboration from AirPotter and OldCat. It's my understanding that several people are receiving their boards right now, and there's really no way to program QMK other than through a keyboard firmware builder. I'm currently on the Discord chat for the Think 6.5 and a couple gotchas here and there. So my hope for tonight is to provide a more QMK configurator friendly QMK firmware and drink lots of ports and talk keyboards. So with that being said, let's take a look at some of the port that I have tonight. So as you can see, I'm kind of whittling down the last two remaining ports that I have. Damage Point, thank you for subscribing. Let's see. Lots of people on tonight. Racing Giraffe, Talisman, Functional, Helpingly, Bleo8, Cygnus, thanks for joining in. So the last couple weeks I've been drinking my Graham's Fine Tawny Port. Probably my least favorite tawny port that I've bought in quite a while for $13. And the one that caught me by surprise, Otima 10-year, purchased from Costco for about 18 bucks. Normally anywhere around the vicinity of $30 to $40. So Costco's the place to buy this. This one's probably really close to how the Taylor Fladgates taste, which is my preferred port of choice. But before I get to this one, I guess I'll finish off the crappy wine first. We'll see. Yizzo, thanks for joining in. Let's see who else is here. Yeah, Damage Point subscribed for 6 months. Congratulations. All right, okay. So for those of you guys who have never heard of what the Think 6.5 is, Think 6.5, let's see, let's pull out a little graphic here. Here we go. Let's play a little bit of music. There we go. So the Think 6.5 came out, well, it was released around, April this year? It feels like it's been longer. Like, this came around the same time as the Space 65, I believe. Maybe they were a few weeks apart. But yeah, comes with several different options. That's quite a lot. Looks like you can have aluminum, and you can even have the polycarbonate plate, or the polycarbonate casing. Not sure, for those of you watching right now, how many people did polycarbonate and how many people did aluminum? I'm really curious. I thought this was interesting. The name Think 6.5 comes from Rene Descartes' philosophy that I think, therefore I am. Combining the fact that the board has a 6.5 degree angle, we name it Think 6.5. So it's like a 65% kind of, and it's also a 6.5 angle. I remember the reason why I personally didn't join this group buy is because, let's see, why didn't I join this group buy? I did not like this badge right here. This badge did not sit well with me. I thought it looked really ugly. And also this front part over here. Those are the two reasons why I didn't. Let's see, some people are saying volcano. Yeah, I ended up going with the volcano actually. Look at that. Olivia, what's that? Samurai? That's Serica, I think. All these renders. He actually even rendered some GMK Merlins for me. He was actually one of the first to offer me some renders. Apparently there was a full brass as well. And there were different PCBs offered. There was the hot swap PCB and a soldered PCB. Tonight we will be doing the hot swap PCB. Usually with these things that the hot swap firmware kind of works for the soldered one. So hopefully that will be the case for this board, but at this point I have no idea at all. So first and foremost, just wanted to thank Mardin. Mardin is someone I've talked to a lot, especially on the Doro67 Discord channels, and he's the one who passed the file to me. So I'm going to show you guys how to port this into QMK. I'm going to talk about some of the nitty-gritty and also the fastest way to do it. But first, this is porting with ports. So I'm going to pour myself a glass. Porting with ports. Oh yeah. How many of you got in on the KBD 67 Mark II sale that KBD fans did last night? Or was it last night or two nights ago? I was one of the few that got in for the first round. So here's mine. I've been using it almost every day since I built it. It's running XDA Oblique, courtesy of DixieMech. I like it a lot. And it's running Yock Purple Tactiles. So far so good. I'm slowly but surely falling in love with 65%. Yeah, it's unfortunately it kind of got delivered in the condition that I expected it would be. I have one corner that's been slightly dented and blunted, and I have a few scratches and nicks all around the board, and this board came new. So, you know, it is what you, I guess it is what you pay for. It kind of sucks that to get like a flawless board, you need to spend over 300, in some cases over 400 these days. But for what it does, it's good. I like it. It's RGB. I like RGB. Alright. Okay, so definitely not my favorite port. But just for the people who are stuck on the current firmware, just gonna give you guys a quick demo of how this works. So this is what's in place. After tonight, you'll be able to use, hello, my keyboard's not typing anymore. Let me try that again. Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, there we go. That took a few tries. My KBD 67 Mark II just kind of clunked out on me for a sec there. But yeah, so after tonight, you will hopefully be able to use QMK configurator. But for now, it's this. The way this works is you should have been given a JSON file, a .json file. I know QMK configurator takes JSON files too, but they are completely different files. So let's see. Let's open up, what was it called again? What was it called again? What file did Mardin send me? It was called T6.5. 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 There it is. Okay, there is something going on with my keyboard. I'm going to switch boards right now. So much for KBD 67. Oof. Such fail. Such fail. Let me use a different board. Sorry, folks. Just gotta find the right cable and all that good stuff. Here, let me show you guys what I'm doing. I have to find my magnetic cable, which I'm not always carrying with me. There we go. Wow, I did not expect that board to just crap out on me on stream. That was very surprising, actually. Because I've been using it just fine, and now it's like not working. There we go. This is the Series 60, which if you guys have been following along, I'm doing an extra live stream along with 2 other people, Rage Nation and Memes Aren't Great, also known as Kelly87, and the Series 60 is one of our giveaways. So definitely check that out. No need to donate to win, just encouraging people to donate, because you know that's what charity streams are all about, right? Okay, much better. There we go. Okay, so once you get this .json file and upload it onto KB Firmware Builder, you're allowed to change your key map. You're allowed to look at what the wiring is like. You're allowed to look at what the pins are like. All that good stuff, you know? And then you can change any layer you want. You can even put macros in. You can put custom code in. You can turn on settings like the, well actually, you can change the settings of the, well you probably shouldn't change the number of RGB LEDs, but you can change your backlight settings here too. And finally you can compile and flash. So yeah, we will still keep this up because we need to extract all of this information. So there's a num lock LED, scroll lock LED, caps lock LED, and oh, that's interesting. There was someone I was talking to on Discord earlier. Let me figure out what his name is. His name is, I think it was Sarcastic or something. Sarcasm? Yeah. Sarcasm. If you are watching my stream right now, I don't know who you are on my stream, but the reason why you can't control your backlight is because even though backlight is on, it's not set. So that's the issue. And the problem, and I'm not going to be able to fix that tonight because I have no clue what pin the backlight is connected to. So, you know, it's just like, oh, the music's too loud. Okay. All right. Yeah, so you don't, I'm not going to be able to fix that because I don't have a PCB. This afternoon I met up with L Baron, who is one of the people, it's him and VoxKey, who is behind the Iron 165, and he had told me that if only his Think 6.5 had come in time for him to fly to Seattle, I would have had one to port tonight. So I am porting blind, aka. Functional says Bly08 is sarcasm. Okay, thanks for joining in. Okay, good call out. Thank you. Elban. Yeah, Luke. His name is Luke. I found out today. Okay. All right. Let's see. What should I do here? Okay. What else can we find from this firmware? Let's see how this board is wired up. Okay. So everything is pretty much straight up and down. So nothing too wonky. There are some boards like, I forget which boards there are, but if you were to look at a boot mapper client board, like the original ones from here, just so you guys can see what's going on my desk here. The original boot mapper client boards did not follow this columns being from the top to the bottom or the rows from being left to the right. They were just all over the place. So this matrix wise was just everywhere. So far this looks good. Yep, not bad. Oh, for people wondering what the reset is originally, it's going to be FN, which is this key right there, and escape. That's your reset button. And your RGB controls are all here. So this board probably doesn't have backlighting. Okay, let's see, what else can I find out about this board? 22 RGB LEDs. It's funny how he specified a backlight level despite it not having a backlight pin. Bly08, aka Sarcasm, can you confirm whether or not the PCB actually has LEDs where the switches go? Does it have backlight support? Can you actually put an LED in there? Or pretty much anyone on stream who's got a Think 6.5, can anyone confirm that there are holes to put LEDs in or surface mount? New Car Smell says doesn't have SMD LEDs. Okay. Looks like it's all just RGB underglow. Okay. Bly08, I think you might be a little confused. So BL, backlight, does not stand for lighting from the back of the board. It means lighting that's on the back of the switches. I know it's bad, but it's the in-switch LED. Kind of similar to my Sirius over here. Not sure if you guys can see the lighting. But yeah, that's what backlighting is. RGB underglow is the LEDs connected to the bottom of the PCB. So that explains why earlier none of your BL commands were working. And I got confused because you did specify that you wanted backlighting. But yeah, it's underglow. Okay. Glad we finally understand. So, okay. First things first, let's pull up some actual coding here. So the thing about QMK is we have gone a long ways from 2017 where you actually had to write everything yourself. These days, you can actually just run scripts and we'll do everything for you. Just in the interest of time, and since we are actually gonna have a lot of testing today, I'm just gonna run a bunch of scripts and automate. Okay, so first thing you can do is run the new keyboard script /new_keyboard.sh in your util directory in QMK. And once you run that, it'll say, what's your keyboard name? Let's do Think 665. Keyboard type, AVR. Put your name down, Macmerlin, and boom. Think 6.5. Everything's in there, perfect. Okay, let me just Think 6.5, perfect. Generated files. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna push this over to my branch, so if anyone who knows how to use Git is following along, you can just grab my files and Test it on your own. Mudkip Mao says, can you make the script generate the files in the Gray Studio directory? Is this a Gray Studio board? Because last I read it was a combination of AirPotter and OldCat. Unless AirPotter is Gray Studio? Is that correct? Mudkip Mao says yes. Okay. Oh, I guess maybe not. Alright, I'm just gonna leave it as Think65. Just like that. Just cuz. A little piece. Thanks for subscribing. 3 months. Thank you for your support, guys. Alright. Alright. Uh-oh. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay. Okay. All the files are generated. So, of course, this is the entire structure of QMK. And the way to actually make this work on your board is, for example, look at all this, matrix, row, and pins. All you have to do is really go back to, let me just organize this a little bit better. Okay. Basically just go back here and see like, okay, my rows are B0, B3, and E6. You plug them in here. And then look at the columns. You plug them in there. And then RGB stuff. You see it's E2 right now, right? You look at what the RGB light is right there. And you plug it in there. It's really that simple. But to make it even more simple, make it even simpler, let's say you already have a KB firmware .json. There is an amazing tool by one of the QMK collaborators, No Roads Left, also known as Xenophobia, called KB firmware JSON to QMK parser. What you do here is you take this, you load up that file, T6.5 hot swap, and boom. You know, that just reminds me because there's a soldered version too, so I should probably put a directory for hot swap. But yeah, this is it. This is all the code needed for QMK. And basically you just have to copy and paste. You know, just copy and paste it into QMK. Oh, here we go. Alright guys, I'm going to show you guys my amazing programming skills by copy and pasting. Sorry, that should have, there we go, copy to clipboard. That's the config.h file, right? Mudkip Mao, yeah, I know, right? It's so much easier. We've automated the process. Paste. Well, that didn't really. Okay, I guess he's not, maybe I do have to copy this whole thing by hand. Woo. Paste. Boom. I am done with the config file. What else do I need? I need my rules. Okay. For all of you watching my stream and who have this, after this stream, to put the board into reset is to hold the escape key. Hold the escape key while you're plugging in. So I'm going to implement that right now. So I'm already noticing that No Roads tool is also fairly out of date. For example, this is the old template. We no longer need any of these. You can take that out. You can also take this out. And you can leave the rest the same, just like that. That's fine. Legit coder skills. Yeah, Command C and Command V. command all that. It's almost like Emacs. Alright, what else? Keyboard.c. Okay, okay, I may actually have to tweak his keyboard.c because this is wrong. Looks like we have numlock, caps lock, and scroll lock. So that needs to be taken care of here. I'll write that on my own really quick. Keyboard.h. Here we go. This is the meat. This is the meat. Just copy and paste, copy and paste. Command C. Boom. I'm so good at copy pasting, guys. Keymap.c. Oh, look at that. It's even like this is the stock firmware, I believe. So this is good, this is good. If you flash it with the default, it will still have the same old stuff. Keymap. And last but not the least, info.json. This file right here that you're looking at, this is what tells QMK configurator what the keyboard looks like. If you don't have something like this, QMK configurator will be like, oh, you have 61 keys. Let me represent it as an ortholinear board. Everything is 1U. So that's why you absolutely need an info.json in this format. Boom. All right. We are less than 30 minutes in and I already have firmware. So I'm gonna build this, guys. I'm gonna build this. And I'm going to post it somewhere. And if anyone on stream would like to test it, please let me know. Please give me your Discord name and I will PM it to you directly. And there we go. Build, 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 build. The firmware is too large. Holy crap. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix a few things here. Usually when that happens, okay. So Atmega32 U4s don't have a lot of space on them, so you can't turn on all of QMK's features. This is one reason, one of the many reasons why we are moving towards using ARM chips, so we can have more features, more LED patterns, all that good stuff. So I have to figure out what to disable to make this doable. So, what can I disable? Console and command. Let's turn off console and command. Let's try building again. There we go. There we go. I now have firmware. Who dares to use my firmware? Who dares? Think 6.5 owners. Anyone on stream want to test my code? I assure you, you won't brick your board. Just because, you know, if the board doesn't work, you can always just flash your old firmware on it. Just as long as you're able to reset it. Geo, thanks for joining in. Duncan Yo-Yo says LTO. That's a good idea. Except I always forget what the LTO is. QMK firmware LTO. Haha, config options. That's probably it. Let's turn that on. Link time optimization enable. I like that. Equals yes. Okay. So let's see if I can get by without disabling console and command, just because those can get useful, especially if you're stuck. Let's see if that builds. Let's see if that builds. Hey, it actually worked. Thank you for your suggestion, Duncan Yo-Yo. I will leave console and command enabled, but because I get overly worried, I am just going to make clean and make it again, just to be absolutely sure. And boom. Okay, 93% full, 1,830 bytes free. Great. Okay. As I said earlier, this isn't perfect. You know, there's there are some things that need to be changed. So I am going to, oh yeah, here we go. Replace with your name. I'll just replace this with my name, McMerlin. It's probably on all the things that got touched, huh? There we go. There we go. All that good stuff. Okay. Oh, we should update the README. Think 6.5. Hot swap. Yeah, this is only the hot swap board. This is only the hot swap board. %65% board with 6.5 degree angle, made by AirPotter. AirPotter. You know, saying it out loud makes me realize that maybe it's a play on words of Harry Potter. AirPotter. Harry Potter? Harry Potter? Think 6.5 hot swap PCB. Hardware availability. I should link the group by. Let us link the group by. Geek Hack GB. Did that format correctly? Yep, that did. Perfect. Bree says sorry I'm late. No worries. You're never late for drinking port. But since I kind of cheated on the stream and just did it really quick, I used all of the automated tools and generated the firmware. I've typed 0 code so far. And right now I'm just fixing up the README and all of this stuff. Manufacturer. I don't know who the manufacturer is. Description. 65% 6.5 degree keyboard. Custom keyboard. Manufacturer. AirPotter. Yeah. So one question I still have is this Gray Studio or not? Because I've had people say yes and no. You know what? I'm gonna read the Geek Hack post. Or maybe not read and just search for Gray Studio. Ooh! Manufacturer Gray Studio and Factory. And PCB design is Demo Studio. Oh, okay. So now here comes the one of our naming problems. Do I put it under Demo Studio? Because what we're programming here is the PCB, not the keyboard. Or do we put it under Gray Studio? Because this is what the PCB goes into. What do you guys think? The Discord is Gray Studio, says functional. Okay. Any other comments? Gray Studio, Gray Studio. If there is no strong identify. Okay, well, Gray Studio is fairly well known already. So I think they are a fine board to put it into. Gray_Studio. Okay. Let's put it as Gray Studio. Gray Studio. And let's update that README again. So it's ran by, I guess. Ran by. PCB manufactured by Demo Studio. And keyboard manufactured by Gray Studio. There we go. Make sure all my information is right. Demo Studio, Gray Studio. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. Perfect. So in addition to all this, Yan says you should move them. I should, but the other thing I need to do is, well, I'll do that refactoring later, but I will move this over to the Gray Studio. So let's just create the switch matrix, the physical and electrical matrix. Thanks, No Roads. And there we go. 159. Thanks for subscribing. There is alcohol involved. I've been drinking port a lot. I'm still on my first glass though, so yeah. Okay. As the group has said, we will move all of this into the appropriate directory. Oh, did I not need a -R command? I can just move it directly. Woo! Awesome. Awesome possum. Yeah. You know what? Maybe I should have done a git move. Not that it matters. the same thing as doing a git add. Move over the Think 6.5 to the Gray Studio directory. Boom. Okay. We good. We good. And now... Is it really in there? It's in there! Hooray! It's all in there, guys. Hooray! Oh, so that reminds me, I need to change this now. It's not just make think 65 colon default. It's make gray underscore studio slash think 65. Needs fixes for configurator. New Car Smell says, which distro are you using? I am using High Sierra 10.13.6 on my Hackintosh. Needs fixes for configurator. Do I need fixes for configurator? What fixes are you talking about for configurator? Are you talking about the fact that this is a... Oops. This is a... What file was that? Where'd you put that? Ah, here we go. This is a layout 65 ANSI? I will block your PR. But I haven't even changed anything. This is a whole new keyboard. So I'm not really... There's nothing to change, is there? Just rename the defaults. Okay. Terminal. Fix build targets. Actually, you know, just so Yan does bring up a good point. If we make directories within directories and make default key maps in QMK configurator, things will just get messed up. So I already know that there is going to be a non-hot swap PCB support. And so all the stuff that I've done right now should actually go into a hot swap directory. Why would I rename the other ones? I haven't touched the other ones, Jan. Okay, new directory. Hot swap. Hot swap. So the idea behind this is we are going to go to here, actually. And what's another? Here we go. Yeah, Doro. No, not Doro. There is... What's the other hot swap board I was thinking about that had a hot swap directory? Hot swap? Oh, here we go. Yeah, KBD67 hot swap. Yeah. So we'll have a hot swap and a soldered PCB. That's what I'm planning on doing. Why would I rename the COD 67 space 66 and space 65? What am I renaming them to? Oh, Yan, are you saying they're not in Gray Studio already? Because I already moved them not so long ago. See, the COD 67 is in Gray Studio. Space 65 is also in Gray Studio. There's a 66? No, there was no 66. So the COD 67, HB85, and Space 65 are already all in Gray Studio. So I don't really need to touch those anymore. You know what? I think I also ported all of them. Yep, that's me. That's me. Okay. So what did I say? I was definitely going to put them all in hot swap. Let's take you all, drag and drop into hot swap. Move. There we go. Hot swap. Everything's moved to hot swap. Move to hot swap in anticipation of non-hot swap PCB support. Boom. Okay, now I get to change the README once again. Gray Studio / think65 / hot swap : default. There we go. Update README to have the correct make path. Boom. And because I put it in a hot swap directory, I need to change some file names as well. Rename. Hot swap. Rename. Hot swap. And just to make sure I don't miss any other ones. Okay, good. We're good. We're good. No other changes need to be made. Rename to hot swap. Mr. Keebs, thank you. Thank you for gifting tier 1 subs. Because of that, I'm gonna finish this glass and pour myself another one. Just because of that, Mr. Keebs. So I'm actually glad that Mr. Keebs is on the show. Earlier I showed the use of No Roads Left automated tool to convert KBD firmware JSONs into QMK files. Mr. Keebs did something similar, but instead of a KB firmware JSON file, he actually took a KLE that you've labeled all of the pins on, and if you take the raw file of that, throw it into his script, it generates like the switch matrix and everything. So yeah, I think let's generate that firmware file again, and hopefully I got it correct. Oh, this is such a long path, guys. Make gray_studio / think65 / hot swap : default. Enter. Okay. All right. Well, if anyone on stream has a hot swap PCB, I would be very, very happy if you could test it for me really quick. And if you have a soldered PCB, I would be very curious to see if the same software would work. So if I can get any volunteers on stream, that would be great. Meanwhile, I'm gonna just pour myself another glass. another glass of port. Let's see. I keep drinking this guy right here. Yeah, if you want to just tell me on stream if you want to test it. And if so, let me know what your Discord name is and I'll PM it to you on Discord. And you can flash it and let me know. Okay. Functional says soldered PCB has support for split BS and hot swap does not. Makes sense. Makes sense. Usually if you have a hot swap board, you're really locked into that one layout. You know, instead of, if you can't commit to a switch, they make you commit to a layout. And speaking of layouts, forgot one thing. Okay, so one of the reasons why I use QMK is that I love being able to have one key map. Like, I have a lot of 60% that have the same layout, and I'm really happy that I can just maintain one key map, just one key map, and I can make a firmware file for all of them as long as they have the same layout. And we're gonna implement that support right here. And let's see, let me pull out. Here's my KBD67 that crapped out midstream. But basically, the Think 6.5 hot swap has the exact same layout as the KBD67 Mark II RGB, based on photos I've seen and on what the KB firmware JSON shows. Can I get a confirmation from owners on stream to confirm that it's the same layout? Yeah, and I think I have some kind of a short somewhere or something, just because it died in the middle and I had to unplug, replug several times before it turned back on. Then when I started typing, it just, like, my up key kept being triggered. Noxygen says, seems like we need to work on that G80 PCB. We totally do. Totally do. Alright, well, with any luck, actually, you guys know what? I can actually figure out just by loading it on QMK configurator. Control-Shift-I. QMK firmware. Boom. Okay, yeah, that is definitely a layout 65 blocker. So we will do that. Layout 65 ANSI blocker. Let's make sure I name everything correct. The layout macro has to match every time it's used. So in key maps, also needs to match 65 ANSI blocker, layout 65 ANSI blocker, info.json, layout 65 ANSI blocker. Perfect. And last but not the least, we have to add the community layout support. Layouts equals 65 ANSI blocker. Okay, And I was mentioning earlier how this is really, really great because I can then do this. I'll show you guys. Show you guys what I mean. So I have a particular key map in the 65 ANSI blocker directory, right? Fairly basic. Got my ANSI stuff. Got the FN key right there. I have RGB controls. I've got my mute, volume controls, page up, page down, function keys on top, right? Right? So what happens now is I can do this. I can build my key map on this board without doing anything. So let's make Gray Studio / think65 / hotswap mech merlin. When I press enter, it makes my firmware. Makes my firmware. So the canoe also has the same layout, I think. Or let's just be safe. KBD fans, KBD67, Mark II RGB mech merlin. Boom. Makes me the same firmware again. Merlin, how about the mass drop alt? Isn't that the same layout? Yeah, it is actually. Why don't we try doing that? Make mass drop / alt mech merlin. Oh, look. I can generate firmware for all boards that are the same layout. And I didn't need to change my key map at all. So this way I only have, if I want to make a change to my key map, I just have to do it once. I don't have to do it multiple times for every board. Bly08 says, do you still need someone to test the HS board? Absolutely, absolutely. Bly, I can send you my firmware file. Actually, I'm just gonna paste it in the Think65 Gray Studio channel for all to see. And it is in the wild. It is in the wild. Okay. So hopefully we'll hear back from Bly08 to see if my software actually works. So this is just the default firmware with maybe some newer QMK things. So I'm just gonna sit tight, drink my wine, drink my port while Bly flashes his board. I don't know, maybe because I'm getting drunker, but the more I drink the bad port, the tastier it gets. Maybe that's the trick to enjoy cheap wine. Who knows? Let's see. Let me take a peek at the Discord channel, see what's happening there. It's silent. Oh, I should probably ping him so he knows what I'm talking about. Oh, wrong keyboard to type on. Ooh, Sarcasm says done. It works. Excellent. Okay. Awesome. It works. Are you able to control your RGBs? And if you can reply on the Twitch chat so that I can see it and other people can see it, that would be great. Yeah, do your RGBs work? So RGBs are on your second layer, and it's QWERTY, all those keys. Bly says no, it does not work. I'm talking about the underglow, not the backlight, okay? Because there is no backlight on this board. Just the, yes they do. Okay, there we go. Are you able to change, so this one's toggle. So Q, FN plus Q turns it on and off. Mod should cycle it forward. Huey should change colors. These two should change colors. Should change colors as well. Okay. Was pressing caps as my FN. Yeah, sorry, this is still the default the default key map. Haven't really changed anything there. Okay, awesome. Okay, that's a hot swap board. Does anyone have a non-hot swap board and would like to try this firmware? I am curious to see if they actually, if Demo Studio made the matrix the same. Here, I'm gonna write on the Discord. Would like someone with non-hot swap to try this firmware too, please. Okay. I'm gonna plug this board in again. Hopefully it works. Okay, LEDs work. Did my KBD67 come back to life? Well, look at that, guys. It's not even typing. My KBD67 Mark II is dead. Maybe I do need to buy that other PCB. What the freak? How did it just die? You guys saw me typing on it. It was working. Yeah, it's not even... There we go. LEDs are on. And it just turned off just like that. Bree, are you still on? Did you get a KBD67 as well? Oh, there we go. It's working again. Oh, it died again. Solder one. Yeah. I think I might have to buy the solder PCB because this is just... Here, I'll show you what I'm doing. It's not typing at all. Nothing's happening. Oh, Cygnus says, don't know if anyone has received non-hot swap yet. Okay, well if that's the case, I think I'm done. Oh look, it's working again. This board is so... It's weird. Okay. Maybe I should just buy the hot swap PCB. I mean, the non-hot swap PCB as a guard. Just because the hot swap PCB, this guy, does not have ESD protection. So who knows? Bree, I am absolutely sure this connector works. Because right before the stream, I was using it to flash something, and that worked. Usually if I can flash something, that indicates that the data is passing just fine. And to further substantiate that claim, I'm going to take the PCB that I was flashing and plug this one back in. This is the Discipline 65, courtesy of Kosi Fanatuti. Look, power's on, turned on. And does it type? Yep, it absolutely types. So yeah, it's that KBD fans PCB. Time for a solder P. I know. Okay. Okay, let's get back to what I was doing here. Let's get back. Okay, I need to... What did I change here? Oh yeah. Add community layout support by using the layout 65 NC blocker layout macro name. Boom. Boom diggity. Breeze says heck, this means we're probably gonna get a bajillion people with dead boards on the Discord. Oh, that's so sad. That's... Well, it is what it is, you know. No one said KBD fans was particularly high quality. Alright, I'm gonna push my changes, and I'm gonna file a pull request. And hopefully by this time tomorrow, or earlier, we'll have this up on QMK Configurator, and everyone who's receiving their Think 6.5s will be able to program them using QMK. Origin feature. Boom. Boom. It's been updated. Bree says, because they are only made 50 PCB with solder, and it means if they sell still in stock, 200 boards over 150 are hot swap. Okay. After this stream, I'm gonna pick up one of those PCBs, just because. Yeah, just because. I'm afraid they might run out, and if they run out before I get a chance to buy them, I'm just gonna have an expensive paperweight. Okay. Let's file a pull request. Let's file a pull request. Take break, do now. No, it's fine. It's fine. I just want to get this done first. New keyboard. Think 6.5. Labels. Keyboard. Bingo. Describe your changes here. New keyboard from Gray Studio. Think 6.5 run by Air Potter and Old Cat. Speaking of Old Cat, has anyone seen Old Cat? I feel like he dropped off after sometime during the Think 6.5 group buy. He could be under a different name these days. Maybe it's this New Cat, Old Cat, New Cat. After Alf implosion. Oh yeah, I know, that's unfortunate. Okay. Well, there's not much to say. Create new pull request. This is a keyboard. My code follows the code style. I have read the contributing document. I have tested the changes. Well, I didn't test the change. Here. I'm gonna... Thank you to Sarcasm/Bly08 for testing this code on his hot swap Think 6.5. I will give credit where credit is due. Update comment. Okay. Yeah. With any luck, this should go into config.qmk. Cygnus says he's been MIA. Yeah, I know. He was fairly well known in the community, and after the Alpha implosion, I guess you kind of, maybe he got so much bad rep for it that he was just like, I'm done with this. Yeah, I'm just waiting for this yellow button to turn green. So basically what this does is every time you have a new pull request, QMK will compile everything, essentially, including your new changes using Travis. And that's what it's doing right now. So we will wait to see if it passes or not. While it's doing this, I'll talk about a few things. Hopefully you guys have all heard by now that we have that me, Kelly87, and Raging Agent are putting together an extra life stream this coming Saturday. What Extra Life is all about is that on November 2nd, gamers and streamers from all around typically stream 24 hours. We won't be streaming 24 hours, but while they're streaming, they solicit donations from all their viewers to donate to children's hospitals. One such hospital that we are donating to on Saturday is Seattle Children's. What's peculiar or what's special about Seattle Children is that they are a zero-cost children's hospital. If your child is really sick and you can't afford it, that's not a problem. They'll still treat your kid. And the hard truth is the money still has to come from somewhere. So I'm really hoping that our little community, our keyboard industry here, can make a difference in one kid's life. We aren't very well represented in the Extra Life movement, so hopefully this will be it. And to encourage people to donate, we'll be giving away some awesome prizes. These prizes were donated to us by some awesome vendors such as Input Club /Kono, Canon Keys, TGR, DixieMech, and quite a few others. So yeah, I think we're giving out a prize every hour. You absolutely do not need to donate to win. Yay, it built. Okay, well, let's see. There's really not much else to do here. It's all on the collaborators to go review and decide if my code is sufficient for merging. Even though I am a collaborator myself, we typically do not merge into master the code that we ourselves have written unless we own a small repo. So since I generated all of this with No Roads code, I'm actually going to tag him in this, No Roads Left, as one of my desired reviewers. Maybe I'll just tag Droshna as well, since I like Droshna and I like to give him extra work. All right. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, so this Saturday we are starting at 10. We will conclude with the build stream, but since you guys are watching, and we haven't actually posted exactly what we're doing, but since you guys are all watching, I'll do like a quick breakdown. We will be doing a mukbang, where we'll be eating. We'll be eating breakfast, I guess. We'll do some gaming, since Extra Life is supposed to be a gaming event. So we'll do some gaming. It will be keyboard related, and we'll have an interview of the great and venerable Nathan Kim, and we'll have a we'll be playing games with people like Quakums of Top Clack. What else? And we're doing something of a design review. Well, it's like a design challenge, where we have 4 different prompts, and the 3 of us, Kelly, Ray, and myself, have to design something in 5 minutes. After we've designed something, we show it to the judges, who we won't reveal until the actual stream, and these designers, these professional designers, will grade our designs to see if we're if we're any good, actually. So yeah, that's it. And we'll also have someone from Seattle Children's actually on the show, talking about what they do, what their day-to-day is, and yeah, just the kind of stuff that they need there. And what else? Oh yeah, and we're ending with a build stream. And the build stream is pretty much like any build stream that you've seen on our channel, except it'll be with 3 people, and you can listen to us talk smack about each other. Yeah. But yeah, I keep refreshing the page, seeing if anyone's replied, but no one yet. So I think, let me finish this one glass, this little bit. Trashy Waffle says, I'm hyped for the stream. Thank you so much. We are all 3 of us are excited, but also somewhat dreading it, just because it will be the longest stream any of us have done. It's looking like it's gonna be closer to 10 hours than the original 6 to 7 that we had anticipated. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's funny just because a lot of other vendors have reached out to me and been like, Merlin, this is such a great idea. Can I donate more boards? And I'm just like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. But it's like, we don't want to give out like $20,000 worth of boards, because it's like, it would be nice if we got $20,000 worth of donations, but I feel like 20,000 is a little high. Like that, not to underestimate the generosity of the community, but 20,000, like that's really high. Yeah. So hopefully we will get a large donations, but we're not trying to give away things that would have been better donated to Seattle's children directly. Yeah. I haven't quite decided what I'm building yet. I think one of the guys is building his Sirius, since he just got it. Let's see, what's another board that came in recently? Oh, I think 6.5 will be built as well, and chances are, if Lady Luck smiles upon me, I will be building my volcano. But knock on wood here. Might not even get here. I might just build my budget 96 that's just been sitting here. Who knows? Trashy Waffle says, I'm sure the giveaways will draw in more viewers, which will draw in more donations. I definitely hope so. Yeah, None of these donations go to me, Kelly, or Ray. All donate well, as long as you follow the link that I will provide during the stream, all those donations will go directly to Seattle Children's Hospital, will directly benefit them and their programs. AZ and Nguyen, thanks for subscribing. I knocked on the desk mat. Okay, I'm gonna lift it. Knock on wood, right? Yeah. Yeah, I will probably the next day or the following day, I'll post all of the data from the stream. I'll talk about how many people donated, probably even during what segments people donated the most. We'll see. Yeah. But yeah, I guess it's I just think a lot of us buy some really expensive boards. Some people buy key cults and just like, oh yeah, I'll buy that. $800. No problem. I'm sure people can spare a few dollars here and there. Who knows? Guess we'll see on Friday. Asian Union says, thanks for the port. Has anyone tested the solder compatible PCB? I have been told that no one actually has them yet, so I don't know. Normally, designers and group buy runners release the KB firmware JSON in time that when their boards are shipping, and I have not seen that. All I have is the hot swap, so if you do happen to get it, I would be very curious to see how close the hot swap is to the soldered version. Chances are they will be identical, but you just won't have like the split backspace, split spacebar, or whatever the Think65 supports. What does it support anyway? Oh, here we go. Yeah, you won't have any of the split stuff or that. The Compat firmware is in the Think Discord. Oh, really? Is it just the firmware? Let me look at the pins. Oh, it's here. Courtesy of BHK 1004. Okay, I can... Guys, I can completely port this. Okay, well, good thing I still have port. I think I still have port. Okay. I'll keep drinking. Okay. All right, perfect. Cygnus, thank you so much for pointing that out, because I should get all of them in, to be honest. Right? Okay, so let's just take a peek at what this guy's like. Reload. Yeah, Cygnus, thank you so much. I was not told that that was available. Hot swap solder. Wait. That didn't even load. Let's try that again. Oh, there we go. All right, let's look at the pins. B0 through E6, that's the same row pins. D1, 0, 2, 3, 5, D4, D6, D7, B4, B5, F0, F1, B6, F4, F5, F6. Okay. It's identical. It is identical. Okay, I'm gonna go back to that. Hold on. I should be waiting because I don't want anyone reviewing this yet until I update. On hold. There we go. On hold. On hold. Discovered new information. Cozy, thanks for joining in. Look what I'm using. Yeah, Cygnus. Moradin just sent me the hot swap PCB, but thank you so much for reporting that, because this is going to be really good. Okay. I have a quandary here. It turns out that the hot swap. Here, I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. It's turning out that the hot swap is pretty much identical to the soldered. Oh, my music's down. So if you were to build your soldered with the exact same layout as the hot swap and flashed the hot swap, you would be fine. So now the issue is, did I even need to make a hot swap directory? Can I just, like, you know, dang it. If I had known this information, I wouldn't have made a hot swap directory. So you don't want to have a different folder. Yeah, if only I'd known this. Okay, well. Time to pour myself another glass. Almost done. Okay, this should be a quick job. For user experience, it's not a difficult thing. Okay, so Cozy, I know you know QMK pretty well, probably even better than me. But what do you think? Okay, so the hot swap PCB is identical to one layout on the soldered PCB. So what's going to happen is we're going to have a hot swap directory with one layout. The layout 65 ANSI blocker. Then we're going to have the soldered one with the same layout and the same pins. Should I just duplicate that? Just so that users don't get confused? Having a separate folder makes it scalable. That's a very good point. 159. I think I will stick with that. That is a very good point. Okay. Let's do that. Especially since there were two firmware files anyway, and technically they are separate PCBs. So yeah, I will do that. New folder. Soldered. See, what's it called? Is it actually called solder? Soldered. Hot swap and solder. Nope, I don't want a file. I want a directory. No, not in hot swap. Soldered. Solder. Okay, perfect. Okay. And just for kicks, we're gonna replicate most of this. There we go. Mostly replicated. Why do I have caps lock on? Solder.c and solder.h. On the group it was called compatible PCB. Wow. Okay, I will call that out in the README. Think 6-point solder. Compatible. There we go. Yeah, I think calling it solder in the directory is a very different term to hot swap, because you could still call something compatible, and I bet you someone's gonna ask, oh, is it compatible also hot swap? But when you explicitly say solder, no one's gonna be like, is the solder a hot swap? Unless they are really stupid. I'm sorry to say that, but I guess I guess that's like the only use case. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm just trying to make this as easy as possible. Okay. You know, I'm gonna run this through no roads left QMK converter again, just to be absolutely sure. So the good thing about automation is that it is devoid of human error, unless there was human error in creating the automation. But once you have something that works, it's pretty much it's pretty good. So I'm just going to verify things are the same. Yep. Okay, so this is the part that needs to change. Layout all. There we go. Okay. So just going to explain what these are. This whole thing that you see here is what QMK calls the layout macro. And think of this as the blueprint. As the blueprint of what your key map is going to look like. The layout macro is divided into two segments. This top half is called the physical layout, and this bottom half is called the electrical layout. The physical layout is, as the name implies, it defines how your board physically looks. You know, like, okay, this top row here has 15 keys from escape all the way to backspace or whatever. This bottom row has 8 keys if you have a 60%, you know? The electrical matrix, though, is how the board is connected to your microcontroller. And its limitations, its boundaries are defined by config.h. Here we go. 5x16. It needs to have 5 rows and 16 columns. Right? There's no if, then, or but. It needs to have 5 rows, 16 columns. Whereas your physical matrix does not need to adhere to that. Then each of these keys right here, K46, K38, what that actually means is K stands for key. the first number stands for the row number and the second number stands for the column number. So if we're looking at K38, we can, it's the key connected to row 3, column 8. So when you're debugging, for example, if you soldered incorrectly and you burned off a pad and you're wondering what it's connected to, you can be like, okay, this key right here, K38, is connected to row 3. Yeah, I'll just put this here for clarity's sake. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, actually it's A, just because it's easier for me. B, C, D, E, F. There we go. Okay, so K38 would be row 3, which is pin B3, and 8 is pin B5. So that's how you would read it. It leads to more human error, yeah, for sure. So by trade, I am a software engineer, and most of my work deals with automation. And I can definitely see if your assumptions about automation are incorrect, your automation also tends to be incorrect. All right. Okay, oh yeah, we need to also create another info.json. Let me steal that again from this script. Actually, no, I do not need that. I just need from here to there. Come on. Come on. There we go. Info.json, comma, boom. I want to call it layout all. Disc 1 of 5 says also hi. Well, hello to you too, and thanks for joining the stream. You're adding QMK firmware support for the new Think 6.5, currently shipping out to customers. See if I did the info JSON correctly. Layout all, great. It's got the ANSI split left shift and nothing else really. This has the split backspace. Yeah. That doesn't really change very much actually. Okay, and it's still got the layout 65 ANSI blocker. Perfect, perfect. And I'm actually gonna keep the same key map, just cause. No, actually, they should have provided me with another key map. Let's see how this looks. No roads left. What key map have you provided? What the freak? They put a space there. Well, and they put a space there too. And the 2 extra keys that the compatible layout supports, all they did was put space. That's not very helpful. If that's the case, I'm just gonna stick with the regular 65 ANSI blocker layout. Just cause. Alright, I'm just gonna add a note to the README. Note. Flashing the layout 65 layout 65 ANSI blocker layout macro utilizes the same pins and switch matrix as the hot-swap version. Any firmware made with this layout macro can be flashed on both the solder compatible version and the hot swap version of the Think 6.5. Okay, I'm actually going to put that in the hot swap version as well. All the readmes as the soldered compatible version. Yeah, I think that should be, most people should be able to figure that out, right? Okay. Great. Cygnus, thank you so much for pointing this out to me. I would never have known. Right. All right, so now that I've looked through the files, I've actually noticed that I am missing one thing. I am missing the capability to, let's see, to control the num lock, caps lock. Wait a second. The soldered PCB only supports caps lock. Hold on. I swear that the hot swap PCB supported all 3 locks. Let's check that again. Hot swap PCB supported num lock, caps lock, and scroll lock. Interesting. Okay. 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 We can do this. Okay, let me just push over the rest of my code. Okay, well, I guess I already pushed it over, did I? Yep, I already pushed everything over. I just need to edit this up. Okay, so I always forget how to do this, but let's look at other boards that I've done in the past, and hopefully they will give me some clues as to what to do. Let's see. Gray Studio. Space 65. Did I do this correctly? Yep. Yes, I did. Right there. LED set KB. Okay. I'm going to use this as a reference and get all of these LEDs working. Oh, hold on. Haha, look. I'm still calling hotswap.h. Let's change that to solder.h. Wrong pound include. Okay. I don't need that. Oh. There we go. That is exactly what I need. Just copy that code. Bly08, are you still online? I could use your testing once again. Bly08 / sarcasm, I could use your testing once again. Numlock, and finally scroll lock. Scroll lock is pin F7. And I just realized I edited the wrong file. So I'm just gonna copy this really quick and toss it in hot swap. There we go. Hot swap PCB. Hot swap PCB. Soldered PCB only supports set pin output. C6, C7, F7. Okay. Solder PCB only supports caps lock, so I can get rid of these two. Do 37. All right. I believe I have all the code necessary. Let's just make sure I can compile this properly. Gray Studio, think 65, hot swap :default. Works great. Think 65 solder :default. Bingo. Okay. They all compile, they all make firmware, but does it actually work? I'm gonna try and summon sarcasm again. Gray Studio. Yeah, I just pinged him on Discord. Let's see if he replies, or if anything, I can just. Wait a second. Oops. Let me just clean everything up. Let's build that again, actually. I screwed up. I sent him the previous file, actually, and I got confused. Build. Gray Studio soldered. There we go. I've uploaded both files for all to see on the Gray Studio Discord channel. Hopefully that's good. Hopefully he gets back to me. Hopefully. We'll see. But I think I've got everything in at this point. Yeah, I need to update this again. Indicator LEDs. Unlike the hotshot version that supports only, it supports numlock, caps lock, and scroll lock. Okay. Yep, that's a good readme. Okay. I pushed everything over. Let's look at my pull request. On hold. Should be built. Oh, look at that. Mr. Faux Park already responded. Okay. I can remove the on hold ticker. R6 SMYLE says, R6 Smile says, is the Instant 60 PCB any good? I think so. Admittedly, I don't have the PCB, but Canon Keys is generally really good at these things. Okay, let's look at Faux Parks. Ooh, look at that. He caught one of my key map. Let's do that. Commit changes. It's so easy just through the GUI to commit all of these changes. Because what this does is it commits to your branch directly. Bingo. All that is done, and just to make sure, I'm just gonna pull it. There you go. Perfect. Some checks haven't completed. Okay, let's wait for the checks to complete. And then we should be good. Yeah. Great, I don't have to worry about this keyboard in the future because I got all of the support in. Yeah, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just waiting for this yellow dot to turn green, and then I should be good. And I think three glasses of wine should be enough for the evening. Are you already completely finished this one bottle here? Maybe I can squeeze out just a few more drops. We'll see. We shall see. Yeah, I'm very hesitant to drink my really good one. Because I really like that one. I'm going to save it for a special occasion. Try Zero, thanks for following. This is my really good one. I already kind of drank it really fast, so I'm kind of just waiting on it. Maybe I'll drink it at the end of the giveaway stream on Saturday. Just to celebrate. Hasn't turned green yet. It's getting there. Talisman says, sounds like a plan. Yeah, I know. I'm not sure if Kelly or Ray drink very much, so I don't want to be the only one drinking during the extra live stream, so we'll see. We'll see. We shall see. Come on, hurry up and build. What's going on? Oh, everything passed already. Okay. Guess I just needed to refresh. Oh, there's more comments? Who dares comment? Oh, shoots. Okay. Oh, of course, because I copy and pasted it, so... Noob mistake. Noob mistake. There we go. Okay. I gotta wait again. So far, so good. Yeah, I should probably update my... Who told me about Cypher, right? Cygnus, that's your name. Okay. Got it. Just waiting for it. Finish building. Yeah, so with any luck, by this time tomorrow, I should have, I think, 65 ready to go. And it will be in Gray Studio directory. It's funny because I mentioned earlier that I think all the Gray Studios have been ported by me so far. Well, the only real port that I did was the HB85, because that one was actually boot map per client, but everything else already had QMK, but an old QMK, I guess. that. Check mark. Check mark. And no more new comments. Perfect, perfect. All right, all right. Looks good, looks good. For all of you guys who own a Think 6.5, as soon as this goes live, definitely hit me up if there are any problems with the port. One of the things that I am concerned about is that I didn't do the indicator LEDs correctly. So for example, if you press caps lock, if you turn on caps lock and the LED doesn't turn on, and if you turn off caps lock and the LED turns on, that is a problem that I introduced. So please let me know if that actually happens. But if not, yeah, just let me know how things go. And yeah, let's see. Thank you all of you guys for joining in, watching another porting with ports of the Think 6.5. I apologize, I didn't actually have the PCB or the board in front of me today since things didn't quite work out, but special thanks to Moradin and to Cygnus for providing the KB firmware .json files to me, and special thanks to Sarcasm, also known as Bly08, for testing the hot swap firmware for me. Thank you so much. This community is really great to be able to just do that for me. And yeah, if you guys want to catch any more of my content, definitely hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or Twitter. If you like this channel and like to support it, definitely check out my affiliate links, my Amazon shop, ZealPC, and I do have discount codes for Novelkeys and for Keebio, which you can find all on the left over here. And I know I've mentioned this many times already, but this Saturday I'm raising money for children's hospitals, doing a really long stream with Kelly87 and Ragin' Asian on Saturday. So please join in, support children's hospitals, and win a few cool prizes starting at 10 a.m. PST. Yeah, hopefully I'll see a lot of you guys then. Until next time, see you folks.